Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, welcome to our XOD intro webinar. My name is Brian Vincic. I'm the Vice President of North America for Exclusive Networks. So I don't want to steal anyone's thunder who's going to present here, which is coming up very soon. I think we have still having people join. So what I wanted to do is give you some food for thought on how our industry is transforming more and more and what we call anything as a subscription. So in our industry, if you look at it, things are evolving from physical product more to the cloud, more to downloads and licensing and subscriptions. And some notable examples of that is really Adobe, Office 365. You can't really buy those products anymore. They're really subscription-based products. And you look at other industries too. It's kind of interesting. You look at the music business. Right now we have monthly subscriptions for iTunes, or we could buy songs. We don't have to buy a whole album now. You could buy a song off iTunes or the whole album. Before that was buying CDs and buying vinyl. And so you could see just a steady progression to more of a consumption-based model. Now, the same thing with the auto industry. It's very interesting. I was talking to a friend the other day about that. Years back, you would just buy a car, right? And then there's financing options, then there's leasing options, and now there's monthly subscriptions. Like Porsche offers a monthly subscription for cars where literally every month you can get a different car. Of course, there's the more traditional, if you look at as a service, a taxi, and then there's Uber and Zipcars. And so pretty soon we're going to have this thing called cars or automobiles or vehicles as a service. So the world is definitely moving and evolving in that direction. So what I'd like to do at this point is pass it over to Richard. He's going to go through the program, and I hope you have questions for us, because this is meant to, also get a chance to interact with you. But Richard, why don't you take it away?
Thanks, Brian. Hello, everyone. And as you may guess from my delightful accent, I am from England, and I am a Chief Solution Consultant over in the UK. And I've been working with XOD since September last year when it first launched. It is a launch of a new solution, and it's all about fast forwarding your evolution to the subscription economy. So, as Brian was saying, the world is changing. Subscriptions are being demanded from end users, from partners, from the channel, from different end users, and even from our day-to-day lives. We know the market is changing, but part of the challenge we have is that some of the traditional vendors haven't got the ability to change as quickly as we would like, but the customer demand is there. So what we've tried to look at with XOD is about how we can help accelerate that change for our partner base, for our vendors. So what does this mean for you? It's that everything as a service. It's about being convenient, having a digital platform to offer your clients a service which is focused primarily on solutions such as Fortinet, but the ability to actually control how you do the purchase, how you can personalize it, and I'll go through a bit of that during the demo, but showing you guys how you work with the platform and how you can interact with the different solutions. And we also know that managed services is a big driver for our end user base and for our partner base. And part of that motivation is the limited of skills. So if you can pay for that monthly and you can pay for your product monthly, you then got a complete service, which means you're going to get recognized quicker. And that's what we're trying to offer you. It's a everything as a service delivered via XOD. So XOD itself is built around three key principles. The first one being anything as a subscription. So that's whether it is a Fortinet hardware appliance, say a FortiGate 60F, or whether that's a software license such as FortiClient, or even if it's more of a cloud offering or a service offering such as FortiSOAR. Everything is available as a subscription. It's the same model each time, which makes it easily accessible and more familiar for yourselves. And then having a platform itself allowing you to be able to have it as white labeled, so it appears as your offering. So XOD is our offering to the channel. What you decide to call it to your end users and your clients is down to yourselves. But it's to give you a simple platform to build offers, buy and manage subscriptions and add in additional services. And I'll show you a bit about what sort of things we can add into it and how we can create our own bundles and talk you through that. But then also the customer success, it's increasing that satisfaction at lifetime value by providing our clients an understanding of what they have. It gives you an idea of what the solutions have got in place, what the renewal dates are, and also means you can then target them with stories. So let's say, for example, they have 40 gates and 40 clients. We want to give them 40 APs and 40 switches at promotional price. We know instantly from our information on the platform who those clients are, or you will know who those clients are. And it gives you that visibility, that information extremely quickly and extremely easily. So as for principle one, is all about anything in subscription. So it's transformed the traditional Fortinet CapEx models into flexible subscriptions. And it's consuming anything as a service. It's simplified and it's subscription flexibility in the sense that it could be either 3 years, over 1 year as annual payments, monthly payments, or quarterly payments, with 2 and 1 years coming over time. And then Proofpoint is designed for a complete scale model where it's flexible, scale up, scale down. Fortinet's not there yet, but again, it's one of those things we're working along with those guys as this grows. So to begin with, it is a commitment of 3 years, but you have the options to pay it back over monthly, quarterly, or annually. And the other thing is that the title of the equipment to make it count as a subscription sits with XOD, does not sit with a partner or the end user, but sits with an XOD. The next part is looking at how we transform it. So it is buy and sell everything as subscription, whether it's hardware, whether it's software that supports. It can all be consumed as a service, and the access to competitive trade up and refresh programs at the end of term. So one of the questions we got asked a lot at the start is what happens after 3 years? So the model is a subscription model. So you have the options as you would do normally with your TV subscriptions, for example. You can either upgrade it, so you can go to the next package, you can upgrade the newest firewall, you can upgrade the software licenses, you can just renew it and just keep the same service going as it is currently, as you would do currently, or you can return it and stop paying the subscription cost. So all three are available. There is no difference. It's just, again, it's a different platform offered using to deliver this. It's designed to be a simple sales process. So this is not doing multiple leasing contracts, multiple financing contracts with yourselves. It is a single contract, a single set of T's and C's, which covers all the products from those vendors, and it's for all our vendors. So once you've signed up for the T's and C's for Fortinet, you are covered then for any Fortinet products or for any Fortinet solutions, as long as you are a Fortinet partner. And any special pricing or promotional pricing can be populated on the platform based on your partner status. And we'll go through a few examples of what those pricing models will look like. And the subscription flexibility, as I said before, monthly, quarter, yearly, 3 year at the moment, but 1 year will be coming shortly. We're just sorting that side out with Fortinet. And existing subscriptions. So again, consumption-based offers for certain vendors and certain solutions. It gives a bit more flexible commitment, flexible billing. This isn't available currently for Fortinet, but it is available for some of the other solutions that are coming over time. So I won't spend too much time on this. So what's the platform give us? So it gives us the ability to create. So we can build off-the-shelf offers. So a 40 bundle, for example, to building our own bundles. So as a partner, you may realize that the majority of your clients are using Fortinet for SD-WAN and want to have APs alongside it. You could build your own offer with your own service. So that might be your own managed service, your own professional services. The platform itself is designed to be very easy to quote and build the orders on, and also to order onto exclusive. And the automated provisioning, so the automated sending out of licenses and that information provided to become easier than it is currently. And the ability to manage your customers, so the success dashboard, seeing what they've currently got access to, so you can see their renewal dates very easily. Automated renewals isn't available on Fortinet, that would be on products such as Proofpoint, but you get notification of your renewal dates and you can have clear visibility of it. We wouldn't place the order on Fortinet without an order from yourselves, though, for the renewal side of it. That's the reason why you've got those 3 options at the end, either returning the equipment, upgrading it through the Fortinet upgrade program, or just continuing as normal and placing a 1, 2, or 3 year monthly, quarter, annual commitment. and consolidated invoicing. Fortinet have a huge range of products, and obviously consolidating them and putting them all together makes life a lot easier. And then customer success. Again, it can provide different personas in the platform. So again, you can see the different information from who's selling what sort of end user models are there, is there a repeatable business, is there sort of clients at which you're going for that information. It can give you different levels of access depending on whether you are an admin, to a salesperson, to a accountant, to one of the C-level people. Again, it gives you that information, that visibility on what's going on to your client base. And it can also help anticipate what customers' needs and propose offers in function of what they're doing, i.e. we're selling to this client here and he's similar to client B. We wish to then target them with the same offer, which might be professional services or managed service or APs or 40 clients. Again, we can provide all that information through the platform, and I will give a very high level of that at the end of this. Obviously, this is just going to be a high level view, not the deep dive, but we'll arrange those separately afterwards. As I said, XD launched at the end of 2020, so it actually launched just after the 30th of September. It's rapid growth, and we're seeing it not just on big deals, but we're seeing on everything. So from $100,000 projects down to $2,000 projects, to £1 million projects, $1 million projects, down to the cheapest firewall, which is around about $230, but multiple of them. It's a complete scale, which is good because again, it shows that this is a product that is easily repeatable. It's got a growing market and growing demand depending on the different challenges your clients will have. Because the way it works is it's not done based on that individual's credit limit. It's based on the XOD platform. It's priced as a subscription rather than priced on that individual's account state. To have access to an XOD account, you do obviously have to have a credit limit, and that'll be discussed with your reps within exclusive networks to get that set up. So what's some of the Fortinet use cases? One that we've seen in the UK, and I imagine you've seen the US as well, is a secure SD-WAN story. SD-WAN is a huge opportunity and huge projects. The biggest challenge we've seen is people actually having budget for it, not because they don't want SD-WAN, but because of how they have the MPLS, which is paid monthly or quarterly to their telco providers, which means the budget is an OPEX budget, which means the only way they can get it is via leasing to utilize the same budget. And usually that then starts causing complaints and challenges, and that's not how they want to consume it. So what XOD gives us is the ability to give that digital transformation story, unlocking the OPEX budget, while not having to go through a leasing, which means the sales cycle is going to be reduced, but also giving exactly the same product, exactly the same offering, but in a monthly, quarterly, or annual subscription model, matching what they're currently paying via how they're currently paying for their MPLS offering. So again, a simple concept here: traditional upfront for an SD-WAN for HQ and 3 branch officers would be $17,209.60 upfront. But via XOD, monthly over a 3-year commitment would be 335 0.75 cents per month for the same solution. The equipment's still used by them. They still have the sole right to use it. It's still under their name. We're just owning what's called soft title. And that's how we register the projects to our name and via XOD. So the deal registration process is slightly different. And again, we'll go for that another time. But it just means that exclusive on demand is highlighted to the 40 reps that they're aware it's going down the subscription route rather than the upfront route. Another important thing to highlight as well is that anything that goes through XOD still counts towards the partner's target, as well as the partner rep at Fortinet and the end user sales rep at Fortinet. No one's getting cut out of it. No one's getting removed from it. It's just a different way of consuming, but everyone's still getting recognized the same way. And here's a big thing more from the management side of it. The traditional way of buying the SD-WAN projects is it's a large initial investment, and you will see savings, you will see that point, but it takes time to recognize it. With XOD, that recognition is a lot quicker because you're seeing that monthly cost coming out, but you're seeing the recognition of the savings and the benefit, which is the reason why you've gone down the SD-WAN route already. You also notice some handouts. These 3 examples I'm going through are available on the handouts as well, so you can download them and have them after this presentation. So I do recommend downloading them. The other one is for MSSPs. Obviously, MSSPs have a large amount of challenges, whether it's offering multi-different services, whether it's using MSSP, whether it's interoperability, whether it's just offering different solutions. But one of the big challenges is cash availability, and keep taking out more and more leases, more and more loans, or buying things upfront using your cash to then offer to clients a monthly solution. XOD makes it a simpler and quicker route to access the solutions you want to have to sell to your clients in a monthly, quarterly without having to have the upfront costs. So again, you're buying the way you're selling. So you will be buying a FortiGate 60F and paying us monthly for it. And you can then do that several times or however much credit limit you guys have to then offer that out to your clients. So again, it means you can also get access to newer technology quicker. The FortiSource solution without having to pay upfront for the FortiSource platform, which is really, really useful. But again, the upfront cost can be more than some of the money you'll see for the first year. So again, how do you recognize that quicker? That's where XOD can help. It can make that access of it a lot easier, a lot faster, and allow you to then basically get recognized quicker on selling out to your clients. And again, simple project, the 40 saw multi-tenant edition, nearly $200,000 up front. Again, through XD paid monthly, it's $4,800 per month, which means again you can sell it out to multiple clients, you can sell it out to different solutions and get that money in quicker. Now, XOD can adapt any offer of building materials, and it can use any discounts. If there's additional discounts available, if there's additional promotions, that can still be uploaded into XOD. We've also got pre-prepared ones set up, which I'll show in a second, but we can adopt any BOM from Fortinet into this platform. And again, obviously, the caveat to the fact that this is only indicative, and we would need to provide, or you need to do a quote on the platform to get the final quote, but it's based on advocate non-deal reg pricing from the Q3 2021 price list. I've covered all the disclaimers there. The last one is the security fabric. Now, Fortinet love releasing new solutions, whether it's a new FortiGate, which is faster, quicker, smarter, or whether it's going down their IoT offering, or whether it's looking at the new endpoint products, or even the FortiSOAR. And end users want to consume this, but part of the challenge is only so much of it can be utilized for OpEx, and only so much of it can be utilized as CapEx. XOD makes it very, very easy to offer an OpEx budget and utilize that alongside selling traditional way with CapEx. We're obviously not going to get rid of selling how we do currently, but it just gives us another way of accessing that budget so the client who wishes to get those new equipment can utilize it and we can see more Fortinet business. It's designed to make life as easy as possible, but also make it as quick without having to have certain commitments. So you're not having to go to getting a leasing quote, you're not having to go to multiple different banks to get it. It's already pre-set up on the platform. And once you've done it once, it's the same each and every time. And again, speeding up sales cycle, it's all about making things easy. And I'll show you in a second the platform that you would get as a partner if you became a white label partner of the solution. Next slide, there we go. And again, here's some of the options. So again, you can just have it so you've got the FortiGate with support and service. You can have it so you've got it with agent. And again, these are just suggested idea of pricing for small users, giving you different bundles and different offerings. And again, you can completely build this yourselves. There's the ability to build your own bundles, build your own offers. And let's say you wish to include something else outside of the Fortinet product range, say your own managed service offering, or let's say it's a solution you buy from somewhere else. The way the platform's designed is you can add those in there. We would never ever see it. What we would see is the Fortinet part of it. It's got that intelligence to build out that side of it, but you have to be responsible for the other part. And I'll show that in a second. So who's this value for and what sort of partners are we looking for? Well, the advantage of XOD is it's suitable for any type of partner. The challenge is it the right fit for you? And it depends on what you guys are trying to do and what you're trying to offer. From an MSP perspective, you guys are already selling monthly, you're already selling quarterly. You've probably already decided as Fortinet as your specialized technology. This gives you a bit to buy how you sell. It allows you to create subscription and services in a very simple platform, which means it's very easy to repeat it and get those offerings out. And it's easy to consume versus getting multiple credits, especially if you're a medium or small MSSP. It's the same rate each time, it's the same offering each time, and it makes it very easy to repeat. And because it's one set of contracts, once you're signed up onto XOD, that's it. It's not a review every 6 months or review every 12 months. Once the contract's signed, you've then got access to everything that is available on XOD. From a GSI large partner perspective, again, good business potential, but obviously decision cycles a lot longer with regards to contracts. If you've ever worked with the GSI, you know, unfortunately, contracts do take a long time. And again, pre-designed subscriptions, though, is an attraction for them. And the sales cycle as well makes things quicker, easier, and faster. And it's the same model across multiple countries. Earlier on, I showed you all the different countries XOD had been launched in. So it's across all of EMEA. We're launching obviously North America today, and it'll be moving across to Canada at another point, most likely early next year. From mid-sized partners, it's more of a tactical engagement, and the reason for this is just how you guys pay your staff. Some mid-sized partners in the UK we've seen adopt this straight away because they're already buying into the monthly billing, the monthly payment, having 60% of their number done at the start of the month rather than having to find a new deal each month. But obviously, this is a big change from having all your cash up front, which you might get through buying the product up front or doing a leasing or finance contract. This is monthly recognition rather than a big upfront deal. And again, this is going to be more driven by the end users who are asking for this than necessarily a organizational strategy. But again, the other side of that is the SD-WAN market. So SD-WAN has been a big driver for mid-sized partners to look at XOD and start offering it to their clients to give them that simple platform to offer monthly billing to those clients. And from an SMB perspective, if you're selling to the small market, it is very challenging for small clients to go out for multiple different leases and loans. This makes it very, very easy for them to get out and get those products and those solutions out, especially if you're buying it as a small MSP. You can then basically buy the equipment as yourself, sell it out to your clients, and basically manage that equipment. That can be your responsibility. But again, it makes it easy to do prepackaged fabric and digitize those operations. So again, saving time from an operations perspective is a big element. We've only got so many hours in the day, and if our partners can save time from an operations perspective, it's going to be a benefit to them. And that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to be very quick and very easy. So I'm going to quickly change my screen. I'm just going to go on to this one, and hopefully everyone should be able to see that. I'm sure someone messaged me if you can't. So this is the platform. This is what a reseller, you see I'm logged in as a reseller, partner admin on the platform. This is what they would see. This is what you'd be greeted with. If I go on to a dashboard, I can see what's going on within my business. So I can see what's been invoiced, what's been received per month, breakdown, what's billed, what's due to be paid. Obviously, it's a demo account, so you've not been paid anything. So don't worry, if you were getting paid, it would show on there. But it'll show you how many subscribers you've got, what subscriptions are there. So a subscriber is someone who's signed up to the platform for you as a reseller. So that might be Bob's Biscuits and Deborah's Yoga. Those are two clients, and they might buy more different products from you, though. They might buy 40 gates, might be 40 APs, might be 40 managed services. Again, each of those products would appear as a different subscription for their subscribers. I hope this is going to work perfectly. If we go into products, I can see what's uploaded there from the vendor. So from exclusive network side, so we have visibility of this, and we would set your buy price based on your partner status. You've got the ability to build your own products. Now, what we've pre-created here is a support service for the partner. And again, there's demonstrations on how to build out your own products and your own quotes. I won't go through that now because again, there's different people on this call, but again, it's very easy to build. You can set it all up. This has been pre-set up as, I think it's $300 as the cost point, and they're making it as 100% margin on the platform. So they see this as pure money for themselves. But again, obviously it varies depending on partner, but this, on your product side of it, you click create product, and you can put in your product name, any SKU you wish to add into there, any category, and then the pricing and other information you wish to add. So again, it's designed to be very simple, it's designed to be very easy. You can set your terms, you can set your priority, you can set the actual cost itself, which is there. And to be helpful, we've put question marks to give you the answers about what each of those different elements mean and what they all say. But this is your element. This is what you can add yourself. This is nothing to do with exclusive networks. This is how you guys wish to use the platform. On the bundle side of it, you can pre-build bundles. So I've created a bundle already, which is a FortiGate appliance plus support. Because the support is $300, but we don't see that as exclusive, the bundle price That's seems on this is set at 75.64. That's how much they're paying to Exclusive Networks per month for the FortiGate, and they're able to sell their service and recognize that internally at the back end. So how do we build it? So we have three elements here. We have subscribers. A subscriber is a new end user. So if I click on subscribers, these people have already agreed to my offerings and agreed to my terms and conditions, as you would do normally. Let's see, I think it's this one. So this is subscriber one. So this could be Bob's Biscuits or Deborah's Yoga. We can see in here what products they've currently got. So these guys are currently subscribing to FortiGate IPS service. We can see what it was created, when it was activated, what dates have been charged to, how long's left, what the term agreement is to, so what the actual expiry date is, rather than the breakdown of the days. We can see this information. Now, the end user themselves have what's called a self-care portal. Now, they'll just see this part of it. So what they've currently got in place, what the appliance is, and what the expiry date is, and what that information is. What we can also do from here for this subscriber is we can make notes. So you can put notes. Bob's Biscuits currently expanding, expecting to order some more 48Bs. Just something to remind yourself about what's going on there, or additional officers need to send additional appliances to these locations. Again, it's just to provide information on the platform to different users who may have different rights on the platform. I'll show you in a second what the system admin can do, but I can create different users with different roles on the platform. When it comes to quotes are designed to be very quick and easy on this. I'm going to do this and hopefully be seamless, but we'll see. So I'm going to quickly look for a FortiGate, and I'm just going to type in, so this works. There we go. It's FortiGate. So I've done FG, and I get brought up the FortiGate hardware. So I've got options of 60F for the FortiGate 100F. I'm going to go for that one. So I can see that is my price plan. I can see how much that is per month. I'm going to add that in there. And then I'm going to change the product. No, I'm not. I'm going to clear the filter. There we go. And I'm going to check local services. And I'm going to add my managed services there. So I've added that in. So I've got monthly pre-support services set up already. If I click review, hopefully this will work perfectly. Excellent. I will now see what the total monthly cost is. This is ongoing, so that's monthly $10. So my cost is set on this. To keep in mind, the support service is not exclusive net responsibility. That is the partners. But you can set this up however you wish to, whether you have an internal cost or whether you wish to charge more. Completely down to you. But it gives that ability to build this offer out. And if I wish to give the client discount because it's been a loyal client, I can see how much margin I'm making as a partner. And I wish to give my client 20% discount. I could put that into there, and I could put in 25 in this. And so what this will give me is it'll give me how much I'm making per month. It will show me what the total amount is. And if I click that and I do that, I could create quote. Oh, yes. On sales, you have to select within exclusive networks who gets notified. The reason for this is when you place the order, they're the ones who get notified to make sure it's all correct and place it on the vendor. So this would be your account manager within exclusive networks. If they're not there, please reach out to them and they will sort it out for you. So I'm going to set Alex. If I click create quote, and if I click download, hopefully this will work beautifully. We should see a quote with the vendor, the partner's logo, which is there, where it's being shipped to, there, who the reseller is, details there, who the contact person is at the reseller, and what the offering is. So we know it's a FortiGate, we know what size it is, we've got the description there, we've got how long the commitment is, we've got what the price is, we've got what our discount is, and we've got the total amounts there. Again, depending on what the sales tax is and all those elements will be reflective based on your own platform, your own created, your own white label platform. Which will be set up by exclusive networks. So again, it'd be something we could discuss and get it set up. Terms and conditions can be added, so you can add your own terms and conditions here. These guys have made up one for diamondsecurityservices.com, but you can have T's and C's, other elements added onto this. So this is completely customizable. You just have to request it from us to get it built. obviously with your own logos added onto there. Let me close that. 1 second, sorry. So that's what we can build on the quote. So again, we can change quantities, we can change the amounts, we can edit it. We also, if we are in the admin or certain sales roles, you can place the order. So when you tick that box and you click place order, that is then sent across to the XOD team to then process. Again, you can set up the policies and controls of different people depending on what rights you want people to have on the platform. So I click place order, hopefully this all goes smoothly. Not explode. There we go. Right, it's now pending approval. So if I go into my orders, it should have this one I've just placed now, which is today's date, which is 25th of the 8th, pending approval. I can see who submitted it, I can see where it's going to, and I can see it's been approved yet by the XOD team, where it's at with regards to it. And I can see whether it's been fulfilled, whether it's been subscribed. I can see it based on the account numbers and the account name and all those details on here. It's designed to be very easy, very simple to find that information on. I'm going to skip channels because in theory you wouldn't see that as a reseller, but what I will show you is the reports. So on the platform, I've got ability to create some pre-designed reports. So retention reports, what people are buying, and what are the top selling products reports. So again, I can see over a time period what's happening, what's occurring. I can't remember which ones I've already set up on this one, so I'm not going to actually create a report in case it shows nothing. But again, it would show you information such as that. If I correct it, let's see. Yes, there we go. So this tells you what people are ordering, what the quantity is, what the total amount is based on the time range that I've put in. Again, I put in more data to show different amounts of appliances. So again, it shows you what's occurring, what's happening, and how many times they've ordered it. Okay, just provide that information and that bit of insight about what's happening within your client base. And it's just things that happened in August. And these are all accessible for the different roles. And the admin who would set up XOD has the ability to create roles. So I've got the ability to create any type of user I want to. We can see a few of the examples here. But again, if there's a specific case where you want to have certain rights, certain roles, if you let the exclusive networks team know, they'll be able to create those policies and those setups for you. Now, with regards to subscribers, I said before, these are your end users. Creating a subscriber is very simple. You put in the details of the company name, you put on the contact, who this is for, this quote is, and again, depending on your role, sets on whether you can set out any other additional information for that user. Again, parent method, things along those lines, we obviously can't do that. And obviously from a Fortinet perspective, that wouldn't be required on this side of it. So again, it's just creating a new subscriber, new details on there. And once you create it, that user is then up and ready to create quotes for. I can also create quotes directly from clicking onto quotes and clicking create quote. I can then select any of the FortiGates or any of the solutions from Fortinet. So I'm going to go for 100F and I'm going to go for a monthly. You also mix and match it. So let's say they've got X amount of budget for monthly and X amount of budget for annual. You can add the different solutions in there, different pricing for a single quote. It does make it a bit more complicated, but again, it just gives that flexibility in those options without having to re-request new financing each time. The only thing that Fortinet XOD can't change into subscription is professional services from the vendors, and that's because of how it's recognized with regards to tax implications, everything along those lines. So at the moment, that is not possible, but what is possible is obviously creating these new quotes, these new platforms, and these new offerings to our partner base. So I just do that. Obviously, be more states and more SO carrier sales is just a demo account rather than being the live and final one that you'd have access to. So again, if I open this now, it'll show me what my cost is for the first month, and then obviously you get a new invoice each month for this part, for the $97 part, rather than paying that full amount each time. Quote time is obviously only valid until the end of the month, just because we can't afford to take that amount of time. Regards to payments, because it's all done pretty much instantly to the vendor. Now, one of the things I mentioned earlier on is the fact that the partner pays us monthly. That is correct, but XOD places the full order for the full 3 years onto the vendor, so that Fortinet sales reps get recognised on the full amount straight away, and it goes towards your target straight away. It doesn't penalise you. There's no penalty for using XOD. It's just a different way of consuming the solution. At the end of the term for the solution, it's done via Exclusive on Demand. The title stays with XOD. Even at the end of it, similar to if you had software. If you had Office 365 is owned by Microsoft, you have the right to use it, the right to do whatever you want with it. The actual equipment itself sits with XOD, but the turnover actually leaves that side of it. With regards to back order stuff as well, so we know at the moment there's a fair few things that are changing with regards to delivery dates, with regards to the chip shortage on the platform. Because we've got the ability to link all the invoices together, what we would suggest you were doing is, if you're ordering hardware which may be backlog, you just place a separate order for that, because I could create multiple orders for the same subscriber and place it onto the vendor. As I was showing before, with regards to subscribers, you could have multiple different subscriptions. So I can create more different quotes, have more different orders for that same end user. So I can have 7 or 8 of these quotes running at the same time. There's no limit to the number of quotes for that partner, and there's no penalty for doing multiple different quotes and splitting them out. We just need to have the Fortinet quotes to match those elements. So with regards to financing leasing, it is different in the sense that the way this is working is that the Exclusive on Demand is placing the order. So it's not a leasing contract which is based on your current financial records, your banking records. It is a decision made by the XOD platform about the rate. Everyone gets the same rate, everyone gets the same amount. Your partner status would affect how much you would be able to buy at. But with regards to the actual ability to and how you can place orders on it, it would be based on your credit limit. Your credit limit would be set by the financial team at Exclusive Networks, which would then be reflected on the platform. Again, that's something that would be discussed by the local team. Just seeing. With regards to the contract, as well, obviously, as been mentioned, XOD doesn't contract directly with the end users. It's contracted with ourselves to the partner, not to ourselves to the end user. The terms and conditions, which are separate, what you have currently, will be shared afterwards for those who want to know more and have that conversation with the Exclusive Networks team. I'm going to quickly go back to the slide deck because I've covered the majority of the demo and I've answered a few of the questions. Is there any additional questions?
We do have a few questions here, Richard.
Okay.
First one, which Fortinet products are covered with XOD?
Cool, that's an important one. So everything that Fortinet currently has out is on the XOD platform, apart from the professional services. And the way the contract's been written is that anyone that Fortinet buys, we would eventually be able to offer it over XOD without having to have a new contract from yourselves. So let's say Fortinet buys an OT provider. Let's say Fortinet bought Nozomi next week. Nozomi would be added onto the platform most likely within 2 to 3 months' time after the contract's been signed. So the platform's been created and the contract's been created so you can have as many different solutions that you want from Fortinet as soon as they're ready to go. And if Fortinet releases a new product, again, same process. You don't have to sign a new contract. We just have to request it to be added on there.
What do I need to access XOD?
Okay, so I've shown the white label version. both the white label and what is called a subscriber requires the same thing, which is the XOD terms and conditions, which was sent out by the US team. A subscriber operates just the same way as you do currently, which is where we would produce a quote for you based on a bill of materials. A white label partner's got the ability to be autonomous and build out their own quotations and send them across to their own client base, so they can add anything they wish to on there. So that's the main difference between a white label and a subscriber. You need to decide fairly early on what you'd rather go for, because obviously it's harder to go from a white label back to a subscriber, but we can make a subscriber a white label partner, but it's not as simple as I've said, but it can be done. But I suggest thinking about what you guys want to use it for. If it's going to be a one-off deal every year, a subscriber might be a better route for you. If you're going to be using this regularly for mid, small clients, the ability to be autonomous and doing it yourselves will have a big time-saving element of it. Obviously, there's training videos and covers what it does. So white label status might be a better fit for you.
And do I have to pay up front to use XOD?
No, so there's no upfront cost. There's no minimum target or maximum target. There's no minimum deal size or maximum deal size on the platform. The only thing we would request is obviously the terms and conditions to be signed. There is obviously the cost of the money, depending on whether it's monthly, quarterly, annually, whether it's 3 years, 2 years, or 1 year. But that's set. So once those 2 years and 1 year have been set up, that would show you how much that difference is. But that said, the platform's designed to make it as attractive as possible, whether it's a 3 years, 2 years, or 1 year offering. Whether you're paying monthly, quarterly, annual would obviously affect the cost. Next one, if there's any more.
Can I ask my exclusive networks partner manager questions, or do you have a specific team I should talk to?
So the Synovis team have been trained on it, but please keep in mind that this is new to them as it is to a lot of you guys. So they may have a few more questions, but the guys know about XOD, are aware of it, and will be able to help you with at least with regards to the early stages. And I'm supporting the US team in the short term, just with regards to some of the early questions. So yes, please go to your Exclusive Networks account manager. They will know what to do in the first stage, and I'll be brought in as time goes on.
Perfect. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have today for questions, but there are quite a few questions here still left, so we will make sure to reach out to all of you and get those questions answered. So thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Richard, and thank you, Brian. And have a great rest of your day, everyone.